Alright, well, the time has come. I'm going to be taking the cylinder head off the old 70 here. Probably a couple weeks ago, hooked up the old case to it, the 430. You saw that in previous videos, and drug the old rig back. Wanted to see if it would move, but yeah, we are gonna try and take the old cylinder head off today. We'll see how far we get. But yes, that is the goal. Bucket of some tools, but don't know what else we're gonna encounter. As you can see, the exhaust has been uninstalled already. Oh, I already know what I forgot. Big screwdriver. Duh. White might have what we need right here. It's been hot the past couple days, like stupid hot. Way too hot to do any sort of real work. This is probably going to be like a Ross the Oliver Man style video. Let's see. Sure, that'll probably work. Also saw a tool we have been looking for that has been hidden. Don't know the best place for such an angle. Don't fail me, magnet. Might not be what you need to see. That's what editing's for. I've taken these off many times already, so this is not going to be anything really extraordinary. I've taken this hood off before there's videos on this tractor a while back, a couple years back I think, so you are welcome to check those out. They're not that great. We're just gonna see how this video turns out. I might just have to edit like everything out of it. Yeah. A little pre-history of this tractor. As far as I can tell, it's been on this, not this farm, but, well, actually we've got old pictures, family pictures. They're in a slideshow from, I don't know, what is it called? Farming in the 60s maybe? And if you go through that slideshow on our channel and watch that video, the 70 you see in that video is this one. And I know this tractor is, as you can see when I just a quick little walk around of it. These are 40-inch tires, rusted out. You can't see this, but rear end's cracked on it. It's been so long since I made a video on this thing, it's hard to say what you have and haven't seen. For reference, if this tractor ever runs again, I do not plan on painting it. To me, it'd be a crime to take, if I had to repaint this tractor, I would just get whole new side panels. Granted, this one's rusted out, but I just can't. I can't. Some people don't like the rust. I like the story of this thing. Sat here for eons and stood the test of time. So I will not be painting this tractor. I'd actually rather turn it into yard art than paint this tractor, to be honest. So yeah. Will you stay up here on the white, on a rubber tire with a magnet? No? I should also say that there is no back on the GoPro. You actually have a zip tie and a piece of hose holding the camera into the back of the case, because There is no good sound back for this GoPro. And it's a full waterproof case, so I just literally have the whole back off and the zip tie holding it on. This hood's also been off, so it's not gonna fight, is what I'm saying. Well, might not fight. Might. Shouldn't fight. Granted, it's been a couple years. Seems to me the side was not 9/6. This tractor has been soaking for I think it's been 3 years with ATF and diesel, and we have had no results up to this point, so it's not, doesn't look too good for this tractor. What I'm saying. I also had to cut these. Oliver used the flathead screws on this, which is, I know why they did it, because they don't hit the sheet metal. But when people like me come along, then this flathead screw has been resting for eons. You know, it just makes life more difficult. And I had to string a die grinder and air hose all the way out here to do this. And then when I also did this, I put oil on these threads and did not, you might not even be able to see what I'm doing, but the GoPro is just sitting there, so you're just gonna have to deal with that shot. It's also way too big for that nut. That was just that loose. And that's 7/16. Have the hood off in 10 minutes. Oh. Oops. This is a kerosene distillate tractor. It's got 2 gas caps, I should say that too. And a special manifold that is no longer made. So this side is not a new bolt, but it was. This side gave me the inspiration for my modifications on the other side. We'll put it that way. Kerosene distillate tractor, the manifold is broken and cracked and all of the above, so see how difficult this hood is. Two gas caps. That's probably the worst angle. Who knows? Uninstall. No, I forgot. Also supposed to be an easy uninstall, but Well, yeah, you probably understand. There it is. Let's grab that rusted out spot. Put that there. And next part, vidya, broken. Straight pipe. And then, well, the exhaust manifold is supposed to be here apparently. So I don't really know how this whole thing works. All I know is that we've had the valve cover off this rig and it don't look that bad under the valve cover. I don't think I'll have to take the manifold off. I know it'll make the head way heavier, but I don't know. I really don't want to. Let me just uninstall that real quick. John is driving the old green van, if you can't see that. Yeah. Like I said, this stuff has been taken off and loosely installed. Carb is completely rusty. I imagine what's going to happen is, well, probably not. Probably not. Okay. I took this off last time, but that was unnecessary, I believe. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, we're just gonna dig in. Oops. Don't do that. That's 5/8. One room. One rogue. 9/16. It's also worth noting that these gas caps, this one is literally rusting out as we speak. This is the parts tractor. There is no denying that. But you know what? We're not gonna make this the parts tractor. What?
Doesn't the Bondo wagon look good? Oh, kind of in one of the windows.
What's the new update in the windows? The Bondo wagon.
This window like this. This window.
Oh, fancy. I don't know why you guys let me drop that nut. It's probably gone forever now, although I didn't hear it hit the ground. It obviously hit the ground. Oh, no it didn't. I imagine the water neck and all that. Your water pump, yeah, that hose that come off. Oofda. But we're gonna see if we can snake this valve cover off. You're in my way now. Didn't you have it off? We had it off. Yeah, we did. I thought might be able to sneak it off. Maybe. You're like right there. It is right there. That should be enough. Wonder how our new gasket's holding up. Yeah, our gasket had torn last time we were in here. Well, come on. Maybe that was the deal. Couldn't get it out with the breather on. That probably was the deal. No biggie, I guess. Should be 7/16. Hopefully. I'm gonna pick the tire on this. I don't know if I'll make it over this. Somebody's in the comments like, you can't do that. That's not possible. Why'd you ever try it? I don't know. Seemed to me last time we were in here, I thought I could have weaseled it out without doing that, but obviously not. Oh, come on. I know I had this thing on. Oh, that was the deal. I had to loosen the tank and raise it up. That's what. I was thinking there's a 5/8 in here somewhere. That's what it was. Ooh. This gas tank strap has seen better days. See if the ratchet will work now. Nope. Hear a helicopter. Lifelite or fungicide is the question. Fungicide sounds like not going toward the hospital. Probably can't see what I'm doing. I know this job is going to be way more than I anticipated, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. It's also worth noting I should probably watch the GoPro to make sure it stays recording. It has a history of just not even shutting off from heat, but just shutting off. You would think this would be easier to come off than anticipated, but Now I think this other side is 9/16 or 11/16. 9. Some of this stuff might just get cut out. Who knows? Oh yeah. That's what I did. Not. This is one of those things that I've looked at this tractor for literal years wanting to get this thing running. So we're gonna do our best. This is probably not gonna be the full-on video series, but it will be something nonetheless. Oh, valve cover gasket didn't fare too well. But this is what the we actually glued this valve cover gasket back together just to put it on. This is what we're working with. Ain't awful. She's crusty though. So it's something, I guess. You know how that goes. Temp sender. I suppose we'll just cut that. You think those gauges are gonna work? Yeah. What really baffles me is on this cylinder, we got 2 valves down. How does that work? I have no idea. All right. Would most definitely be easiest to take this manifold off. I don't know. Let me put my thinking hat on. How do I want to do this? Air cleaner could stay on. This water neck and top water pump bolt, apparently. Well, the water neck looks like stuck on there. This thing still has a mag on it, worth noting too. Here's the rusted out gas cap I was talking about. think maybe we ought to I think we'll just try and leave this thermostat housing on, and then try and do that. So I think I'm going to shut the camera off here for a second and just figure out what I'm going to do. Partial game plan has been made. I think we're going to try and take this manifold off. I don't know how tight these are going to be. Should be brass nuts. I imagine they'll just break off. Maybe I'll try and mess with that real quick here. Where's my... There you are. Well, there's one. 2. 3. These brass nuts shouldn't stick too hard. Shouldn't. That one was a little bit scary. And that one, I think we broke one. Think. Nuh-uh. Huh. Pulled the thread. Yeah, there's. Yeah. It ain't gonna be good under here. Started loosening the carb, got distracted with that. This video might be reference on how to put this rig back together too. Do I need to take it off right there? Probably. Am I trying to avoid that right now? Yes. Yes, I am. That is one nice thing about here in northeast Nebraska. Our climate isn't wet. A lot of this stuff isn't necessarily like locked in rusty, but we also are currently just about dried up for the year, and this is actually our 3rd year of consecutive drought where we've been in drought conditions. I know everybody's this year is just starting to get to the lack of moisture, but you know, you guys are gonna have to catch up. We've been making them record-breaking crops these past 2-3 years. Record-breaking as in bad. I know. I would simply just throttle up, but it's stuck. So we'll just try and let that dangle there while I take the carb off. I already started loosening some of the stuff up because I wanted to see if it was going to loosen up. If at all, if any. I'm sure you understand how that goes. This whole series is just probably going to be kind of a mess. Next video will probably be like 18 years from now. In other news, have to make a video update on the K430. The short update is we have got it back together and it literally functions perfectly. I mean, literally. Loader's back on it. Don't really know what else to say besides it works like it's supposed to. Oh. We are hooked on a choke cable on the oil. Oof. Oof. Hope is running out. Like I said, this is the parts tractor, but we'll see. This could be I know of a neighbor that's got a 70. It's actually sitting on its side currently. But if I could get some parts, I mean, it is. I mean, this one I'm talking about has seen better days. Talking to a guy in the Oliver and White Facebook group, and he was like, "Are you gonna try and save the KD manifold, the kerosene distillate?" That's why it's got 2 gas tanks. One's for kerosene, one's for gas, because gas was the expensive fuel back then. Started your tractor on kerosene, or do I have that backwards? Started your tractor, yeah, I do have it on backwards. Started your tractor on gas, and then switched to kerosene once it was warmed up. My bad. My bad. And it's got a valve underneath the dash that switches from. Well, you got two fuel shutoffs, 2 fuel lines. They go into this valve right here, and then this is your shutter cable that has been taken off. But you know, up the yellow brick road, down your sediment bowl to your carb, which is just hanging there at the moment. That's gonna be a wrench job. Wrench. Oh, we're gonna get to this one and it's gonna put up a fight. Is that how we're gonna play? Yes. One left of those ones and it's gonna put up a fight. Might need a bigger wrench. Oh. Ooh, that feels like somebody sent that one home. You know, across the road is still a thread. One of those type of deals. What that one feels like. Can I get the box end on it? All I have for wrenches here are these ratchet gear wrenches, and they aren't necessarily ideal. Something moved. She came loose. Those 2 are still on there. Should really be wearing gloves for this. But, you know, that looked like ladybug shells. being honest. But it's rust, obviously. Nothing's ever easy. There's a 70 on big iron that I almost bought for parts, and but there's just other things I want to buy up to this point. One of them being is the same farm where the 77 and 430 came from. There is a case VAC there. I think it's a 50 model. And if any of you people know, most of you probably do know what a VAC is. They're dang near worthless. Just about like these. If you don't have an eagle hitch on them, the 3-point. And it doesn't. It's got the, well, maybe a little shout out here. Not really though. Rossi Oliver Man just put up a video about reviving a VAC. The VAC that I want is set up just like that one. It's got the same triangle hitch deal on the back. I don't know what it's called. The motor is loose. It makes about 3/4 of a spin, of a rotation. I don't know, presumably a stuck valve. It's been sitting since the 70s, so the fact that the motor is loose just tells me that it's completely sacked out. You know, like there's sacked out and then there's clapped. And I think it's on that. I think it's on the verge of collapsed. So I think that's all of them. Take these doodads off for reference. For future me, these rigs go right there, right there. It's obviously going to be stuck on, but I don't know if I have a hammer nearby. I do, but it is. Ooh, it's probably asbestos. Ooh, that's going to be the kicker of this project, I imagine. This manifold's probably 18 tons. It won't come off. Well, anyways, I'm going to mess with this for a while and see if we can't get it. Well, I think we might just be wasting our time trying to get this manifold off. You know, I might just have to Armstrong it and get that rig out of here. Just, yeah, so I suppose we will carry on with taking other pieces off, like all these spark plugs and wires. I'm slightly losing hope on getting this manifold off tonight, to be honest. It is fighting slightly. I'm hoping I can take these spark plugs out and keep them in order. Although it's not like this tractor is just gonna start up and run. So they probably will stay in their order pretty good, hopefully. What size is those? 5/8 or 9/16? 9/16 is what I have. Just is what it is. I knew this was going to be an involved project. I just didn't necessarily have the motivation to start it because I don't want to put it all back together. I really don't know what I'm going to do once I get this stuff off. Probably just set it right back on here and hope for the best, you know? Put the hood back on it and be done with it, I imagine. I don't know why I thought that manifold would come off. I just, you know, I just thought it might. You know? Just thought it might. It's just going to turn into who can get the most hurt taking the cylinder head off the 70 type thing. This tractor has been sitting here since 78. Well, that's not even tight. Tractor's been here since 78-ish. Actually, maybe not that early. Say late 70s, early 80s probably. When they moved up here, they had to get the grove started, so they dissed in between them. So I imagine it was probably the mid early 80s. Helicopter must be a fungicide helicopter, if I haven't said that already. Water neck might have to come off, or no, water neck, the temp sender, but we are going to work on this right now. This is what we will work on. Do I have enough big enough wrench here? 3/4 all I brought. Oh, I'll be dipped. They're tight. But not super tight. Rossi Oliver man working on a 70 was some inspiration, but he also, the old spark plug adventure he went on, something I was not, never even gave that a thought, how long these spark plugs have to be. Wait. I don't need to take this off, I just need to get the spark plug deal off. Right? Right? We'll have to take the hose off though. Just slide that right off, right back on. Go to this side. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Now I really have not thought about where any of this stuff is gonna go besides back on the tractor. I obviously just don't want to, you know, like put the tractor back together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart, put it together. I don't want to do that, but so once it's kind of complete, so it's not just, what I'm saying is I don't want to tear this apart and then put pieces places and then just not get to them, get around to it, you know, that sort of thing, because this is kind of a big project. Rear end's rusty and that sort of thing, like the inside is rusty. I guess I'll have to throw that in this video somewhere, maybe, if I remember. It's gonna be kind of a long video. Gonna have to cut some parts out of it, I imagine. We have a 3/4 gear wrench around here. That would have made that a lot simpler. However, it is not here and I am here, so yeah, that's how far that got. Alright, looks like those screws are gonna have to come off. I imagine there's a screw behind that manifold that is impossible to get, but I would hope not. That one gonna have to come off. Looks like it. Ratchet barely fits. Check. Fits nonetheless, though. Use the ratcheting 9/16. Put that back in the bucket so I wouldn't lose it. It's been a bazillion degrees outside here, around here. I assume it's probably been that way everywhere, but it's just made outside stuff unenjoyable. I guess I have to get that one from over here too. Gonna have to rope John back around so he can make poor decisions about this with me. I'd really like to get this done in one video or have enough for two. We'll see. Video just randomly shuts off. It's probably because I was like, yeah, I'll just do it in two. Oh, John wanted to wash the case. Probably also about supper time. there's that too. Well, I can see the water pump is actively falling off. It's probably a no-no to try and take this off with the water pump on it still, but to be honest, I don't know where the other bolt is, actually. Oh, it's right down there. There's the case. And John. Things are not going great. Just taking a look at the old carburetor. Oh, yeah. You know, it's a little bit crusty. I might need your help here to make that decision. What happened to the other GoPro? Oh, it's on the pickup. What, didn't work? It does. Just want to see if this one would work. Not even that. What? Not even that. Well, you've got more storage on this one. Like in what time frame? Oh, did all the manifold bolts come out? They did. I guess I should check out. What time frame? How long is this taking me up to this point? Is that what you're asking? No, can I go wash the case? That's what I'm asking. How long is it going to take you to wash the case? I plan on just washing the later. You probably can, I don't. Hey, that's going to be fun. Or is that a part of the head, isn't it? What? This? Oh, I was just going to cut that radiator hose. Not like those clamps would come off without breaking anyways. Kind of looks like these are two-piece rocker arm assemblies, even though they're not. I do have to take the oil feed line out. Oh, it blows stuff in the motor. Check. Oil feed line 7/16. Hopefully. That's all I got. There it is. It's worth noting, this is the first tractor cylinder head I've ever taken off. Done motorcycles, but this is the first tractor cylinder head. Not the first valve train I've taken off, but the first cylinder head. As you saw, if you haven't seen with the 430, you can go and watch that kind of bad video, but just kind of a, that was just kind of a proof. Oh, there's no oil up here still. Wow. Proof that it did happen. Just kind of a log of what we had to do to get it going. Alright, this is just going to get sat on the White's tires. Stay. This should all be cleaned out. I had this all cleaned out at one point. There's the piece together head, or not head, valve cover gasket. Oh, let's do a little, what do these look like game? Oof. Oof. Push rods, not inspiring hope. It's kind of had this in my brain that this thing is just going to be kind of junk, but you always hope to be better than what it actually is, but then it really isn't. I don't know where I can put these. Alright, well, I need to get more tools, so be back. Alright. I've gotten what I feel is adequate tools for the job, but I got to get these timing, not timing cover, this valve, words, use them, this push rod cover off. The screwdriver I had was not enough. Who are you? Who are you and what are you doing here? Oh, you look like you're gonna cause a problem. But you didn't. Muchos gracious. Somebody lost a screw somewhere along the lines and had to replace it. What that one was. Yeah. Well, I took the cylinder head or the valve cover off this thing 2 years ago this winter. I must have had more hope than I do now. Let me tell you, fellers, I just ain't as optimistic as I was before. Nonetheless, we will find out. I suppose we'll just loosen that one up if we can. Not take it off, but loosen it up so it's got some wiggle room. Same with that one. Alright. Now, big times. We are ready for the big machine. Fun fact, I've been looking for this. This thing is really handy. 3/8 drive, 1/2 inch ratchet, 3/8 1/2 inch ratchet, and then a 1/2 inch breaker bar. Get them at your John Deere dealer. That's where we got them, granted. Chinese made rigs, but they are really handy. I'm not kidding you either. No, you just don't go too wild on the 3/8 end of it and you'll be fine. I need to take these push rods out still, but I haven't got there yet either. Thank goodness. Thank you, Charles. You were thinking when you did that, not screwing the plugs in really tight. Hopefully, 3/4 wrench fit some of these. I ain't got much hope in the impact socket fitting this. I forgot about that already. Oh, wow. Fancy. They do fit. Now the only one is this water jacket one. That's going to be the problem. Not water jacket. The water sender. Water temp sender. Guess you probably can't see nothing. Not with that one. Oh, spark plugs. Flying everywhere. Now the only one is that feller. And my internship this summer, working on farm-all tractors. No videos of that, so don't get any ideas, but I was working on a 600 farm-all, and let's just say these get really tight. And it would be a lot nicer to mess with this temp gauge cut, which is what I'm gonna do. Here's the thing. You saw the gauge. It ain't gonna work again. Would you be able to read anything on it? No. It's the wrong size. Oh, here we go. Ooh, it moved. Oh, I broke another plug. The old D16s are just not having it. But they're still cooling in here, I do believe. Actually, there might not be. I think I drained the block on this. We're about to find out if there is. Ain't no doubt about that. Nothing. Start at the back. Pull them out. Oh, it's not very long. As long as I'm expecting, at least. Want to pull those push rods out? I don't know how to. disable them. Set them in dual. Does it really matter if they're numbered? Not really. My hope on this motor is yeah, that. It'd be nice to have a numbers matching tractor, but the thing is with this thing, the rear end's rusty on it, the motor is shot. By that point, you might as well, time you fix those, or if you just swapped them out, you don't really have the same tractor.
What? Okay.
Yeah. This head is going to be very heavy, FYI. The This is where a guy needs his impact ratchet that's sitting on a shelf in the shop. You say that, but the case literally had nothing over the oil fill. You're not wrong. Oops.
So you're doing like a more of a ice rod style?
What do you mean? Am I just recording literally everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what I'm doing.
Did you tap some of these valves down?
Nope. Oops. Did I not do that one? Huh. Must have not. That manifold came unstuck on the front side, but not really on the left side.
So I assume you're not going to put this all back together.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna probably set the cylinder head back on, but not.
Not the valves, or the valves.
No. Oh, I guess I didn't get you. I heard something free up, and it's really good for the motor to just not loosen up all the bolts in one go. Really good for the head and its flatness, but you know what, at this point I don't think it matters. Got flat surface syndrome going on here. Literally any surface that is flat is accumulating stuff. We're getting down to the point of questions being answered. That is faux show. See if it pops loose.
Need this?
Yeah. Well, I think we're loose.
How big is his head?
Big enough. I think we're loose. Sorry, Jersey. Can I get a screwdriver anywhere? We do have movement. Might just have to both give her a big old lift on the manifold. Oh yeah. Here, I'll try and lift from this side. Oh. Ooh.
Is that the piston rust?
Yeah. Well, unless there's crap in there.
Alright. Where are we going to go with it? On top of that bucket?
Yeah, sure.
Head gasket looks. Is that the head gasket?
These are the good head gaskets, is what they are. Copper rings on them.
I could probably reuse that.
Oh boy. Alright, well,
Is that the piston?
I don't know if that's a piston or not. I think it is. Jeez.
Well, the front one's up, so the back one.
Yeah, that is 100% the piston.
You wishing you got that parts tractor yet?
No, there's going to be more 70s. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to get a couple rags and you can shut that off unless you want to talk to me.
I don't know. We'll get you a different angle on this. Right there. Yeah, I don't think there's much hope for that. Interesting. Wonder how long there's been a mouse nest in there. Wow. Yeah, and to think we had hope for this. We'll get a good look at that Oliver filter right there. Holy cow. Anyway, I'm going to pause it now. I don't really know what else to talk about, so yeah. Well, we're back. Really, the main point of me wanting Charles to do this was because he could make a long video, and I left this camera in our car for about a year. I didn't know how long the battery would last, and looks like it's going pretty good. Anyway, this cylinder is not bad. These two are not bad by any means. That one's not terrible.
Oh, it's really rusty. 3, and actually I thought that one was bad. But
Yeah,
I'm trying to rake this oil into the
push rod
to
valve.
the push rod.
If the motor looked like this, we could work with it. But that one, I mean, you could probably run,
Hone out.
hone out and run. That
This
one,
is the cylinder that had the 2 valves open on it. That is the cylinder this one is. And in the video I said, that's going to be all in the same video. I think I'm going to title it Much Sadness on the Oliver 70. But this is something I wanted to do.
And it's a good thing you did it, because now we know.
Yeah,
now we know that we
thought that it might be salvageable, you know, if it let it soak for a little bit longer, but
now we know it's done for.
yeah. This motor is going to have to be taken apart if you're going to rebuild this one. Have to be taken apart, cleaned. Probably, I say probably loosely, as in would need new pistons, not necessarily new, but pistons
That were better than these.
Yeah. I really don't know where we're going to go from here, to be honest. This would explain why the crankcase got so rusty.
You know, and it kind of lines up with this manifold. I mean, this manifold is just, well, that's the exhaust port.
It's the two valves that
You-
were stuck open.
You'll see this before we do. I don't really want to wheel this valve cover over.
Exhaust.
Or,
Exhaust. Oh, yeah, you're going to help me with that, dude.
I don't really want to wheel the header over.
You can get first look with me.
I think part of your cylinder is here. So.
Oh
Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Those are first two, not bad. Last four.
Yeah.
Nope, she's done.
She is done for.
Motor.
Alright. Yeah, I will. That could fall over. What we got to lose? Our pristine manifold. That is literal dirt in there. I'm not even joking. Maybe it's the piston.
Oh.
Jeez. That is mud.
I think you said that too.
I did. On one of these, it just seemed like I was getting mud in it.
I bet. We were always told they came out here and spun this tractor over. And I would bet that one of those times they spun this tractor over, the valve stuck open. And I bet mice got in there. I bet that's just mouse nest, honestly.
You like my shovel?
It doesn't look that rusty down there under it, though.
No, it doesn't.
I'm sure cylinder walls are absolutely destroyed, but I mean,
Jeez. If they were like these three, well, I assume that that one's probably bad on the bottom. We might have some hope, but I think we'll clean this thing up and we'll get you a final look at it and then decide how we want to go about putting this together. Or what we're gonna do. So, yeah.
I guess we'll stop it now. No point in.
Yeah, no point in wasting the video on this stuff, so.
We'll be back. Excavation.
Look at that one. I guess that's how all stuck engines are. Couple cylinders. There's only this, what is this? 13/16 and 7/8 wrench. This is just a real trooper on this deal. Alright, well, we'll update you with more when the time comes.
Well, I think we're gonna call this a video. I kind of got this pretty well cleaned up. Cylinder walls don't look awful. They might hone out, but that one's pretty bad. That one's pretty bad. They're all pretty bad. But yeah, I think we'll call that a video.